Reminder, we don't have it all together. Nobody does. Nobody has it all figured out. We are all God's work in progress. I am a recovering perfectionist and I've been my biggest critic. Well, most of us are. But if we can't stand up to the never good enough and who do you think you are, we can't move forward. Only when we are brave enough to explore the darkness will we discover the infinite power of our light. Only when we know our own darkness well can we be present with the darkness of others. The dark does not destroy the light, it defines it. It's our fear of the dark that casts our joys into shadows. There are no perfect relationships. It's how we accept the imperfections that make it perfect. And that includes the most important relationship with ourselves. Are you a perfectionist? Do you wear this title like a badge of honor, even though it creates needless stress in your life? Ironically, the stress you create by demanding perfection from yourself and others can actually make it harder to achieve your goals in the long run. It can also alienate you from your relationships, your friends, your family, your co-workers. Perfectionism is the ultimate fear that the people who are walking around us as perfectionists, they're ultimately afraid that the world is gonna see them for who they really are and they won't measure up. It's a shield that we carry to protect us from being hurt and heard, but it protects us from being seen. I haven't come across an absolute perfectionist whose life was filled with inner peace. Demanding perfection in everything you do can actually create a life of stress, worry, and overload. The need for perfection and the desire for inner peace conflict with each other. We need to make peace with our sweet imperfections so that we can find our inner peace that we always seek. Whenever we are attached to having something a certain way better than it already is, we are almost by definition engaged in a losing battle. Rather than being content and grateful for what we have, we are focused on what's wrong with something and our need to fix it. We human beings are fixers. Sometimes we ought to let things be and let go and let God do the rest. God, universe, source, or whatever you believe in. Because when we are zeroed in on what's wrong, it implies that we are dissatisfied or discontent. Being a perfectionist can affect virtually every decision you make and every action you take, leading to a life of perpetual stress while it should be the exact opposite, perpetual bliss. Whether it's related to ourselves, a disorganized closet, a scratch on the car, an imperfect accomplishment, a few pounds we would like to lose or gain, or someone else's imperfections, the way someone looks, behaves, or lives their life. The very fact of focusing on imperfection pulls us from our goal of being kind and gentle. This doesn't mean you stop doing your very best, but stop being overly attached and focused on what's wrong with life. I had all the reasons to today. I wanted to shoot this video outdoors so that I can talk about little noises here, little noises there, but I've got construction going on like right in the opposite condo, and I have people here and kids playing and there's all sorts of noise. I don't know how this video is going to be recorded and what's it going to be, but I am enjoying the process and accepting what is. It is what it is. And if I was really like up till now, the kind of videos that I've been making is actually I make sure everything is silent and I do take after take to kind of make sure that there's silence and so one can focus. So while I always speak about what I believe in, and I actually do, I am also trying to practice my own preaching. Like, okay, I practice what I preach, but I'm talking about the practical practicing. This is like OJT happening right now for me. So while I'm sharing my thoughts with you here, I'm also trying to focus on the solution here myself, which is to catch yourself when you fall into the habit of insisting that things should be perfect or they should be other than they are. Gently remind yourself that life is okay the way it is right now. In the absence of your judgment, everything would be fine. as you begin to eliminate your need for perfection in all areas of your life. You'll begin to discover the perfection in life itself, the sweet imperfections. Oops, the sound's going off too. Being happy doesn't mean that everything's perfect. It means that you've decided to look beyond the imperfections. There's a kind of beauty in imperfection. Whatever you or people around call imperfections are not imperfections. That's the good stuff. Embrace it perfectly and you will find your peace. Well, I'm having an aha moment here while I'm talking to you right now amidst all the chaos. I'm finding my calm. I'm just loving it. It's amazing. Well, be flawsome. An individual who embraces their flaws and knows they are awesome regardless. Touche.